Over 7 days, there are over 40,000 award entries judged by over 350 judges across 24 categories, of which there are multiple subcategories within. It's a huge event, a huge undertaking by the organisation, but ultimately it's a celebration of creativity at its heart. You're there to be inspired, so you're there to kind of listen to the thought leaders in our industry.
So Cannes is a festival all about creativity, and one of the great things for me as someone that works in a media agency is seeing that we're at the forefront of that creativity.
We really need to design for the audience and not the industry by understanding why people want to engage with brands and not why we think they want to engage with brands. VR was everywhere at Cannes, but really in order for VR to become mainstream and for the masses, access, effort and culture are things that really need to change and shift, and that's kind of a mindset change. Sort of a legacy of VR being the domain of gamers that are sitting in their basement playing fantasy games. But this is a technology that actually allows people to experience things that aren't fantasy, but are real-world experiences that they wouldn't necessarily have otherwise.
The real takeaway for me was around collaboration. So great ideas and well executed across lots of partners really fostered award-winning work.
But it was really the fundamentals of the screen ecosystem which it all came back to and which were seen as important by those panellists that we watched and we listened to over there. And interestingly, what was coming front and centre was the video landscape, the TV landscape, really fusing more closely with the digital landscape as Australia and more broadly the global media partners are really grappling with that. And so making sure that publishers have got content that absolutely engages the consumer and having that content fit to purpose for each platform.
So the highlight for me was the work that is making a difference in society that you saw at Cannes. So I came home wanting to make a difference in the work that I do with my clients, so that is what I took away from the week at Cannes.
I kind of talked to the guys and kind of said, well, is this kind of work that's really taking that really high moral stance actually delivering business value back? And they very much said that it was, and that's why the business is really leaning into that space, because consumers are highly engaging in it, but it's becoming really memorable work that consumers are really taking to the shelf. In a lot of ways, it inspires you to kind of improve yourself, so you kind of walk away going, oh my God, I wish I'd been part of that, I wish I'd done that, why didn't I think of that, that's so obvious. In the work that you see is really impressive and inspiring.